Alright, let's do it again. Forged by Gaming, we're back. As nuts.
Castlevania.
You like that song? He wrote it just for you.
Murdered
You
by a
can't
bat.
swim, I see.
Yep.
You know, Sonic couldn't swim, but he was able to get out of the water. Just saying. You found
Water hazards
drowning
make
in.
things tough.
They seem to.
Okay, got my whip. And that hurt. And that hurt fell down. And
So you can't chase it, Dan. I don't know this game all that well, but I'm pretty sure that's not a mechanic.
and jump this time. There we go. And jump. And let's not fall to our deaths.
Well, if you don't want to, I guess you don't have to. Here I am, pretty sure you were gonna do it in.
Ah! Get holy water. Fuck.
That's good stuff. Okay, I guess there's just death there.
And give me that stopwatch.
Jesus. There's just everything at you.
Yep.
Which, what? Oh, what?
That time it landed on the platform for some reason.
Okay, I'll believe it. I mean, what? Why are they wall walking? I don't get that one at all.
And money. And I think there's some more chicken around here somewhere. Is there?
Well, there's less health.
I went looking for chicken and I lost health.
Like some sort of bitch. Oh, you're at the boss, I guess, already?
Fuck off. Need me be.
Was that not the... Is this the boss?
It is not.
Okay.
The next boss is Frankenstein and one of these little flea mans.
And you lost your holy water.
That I did.
That's fine, you're dead anyway. You're some sort of corpse man.
Boku wa Moshinderu.
Oh my god.
Haha. Eat my whip.
I mean, there are kinks for that. It's fine. What kind of birds are those?
Big ones.
I don't think I've ever heard of the big one bird.
Haha.
Oh, okay. Second time that's ever worked, and it actually was a mass.
You gotta keep your rosaries off them ovaries so you can use them to kill Dracula's minions.
Pretty sure that should be a rule of thumb when it comes to politics getting into that. Into the talking about the reproductive system of women.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your politics for the episode.
Woo! The new Supreme Court justice is evil.
But we have a new president as we're recording this episode.
Well, as of next January.
Well, I know. And technically speaking, there's a lot of damage Trump can still do before then. So
Yeah.
it's like, yay! Oh, he just destroyed everyone. I'm like 12% sure that Trump is just going to find a way to sell off the country bit by bit to Deutsche Bank to pay off his debt and be perfectly fine.
I kind of hope that on January 20th,
You just drowned
the
me.
Secret Service has to literally drag him kicking and screaming out of the building. That would be so hilarious.
The way Joe Biden was talking, there's a really good chance it's just going to straight up happen.
Yeah, I love that somebody asked him, what do if Trump refuses to concede the election? And Biden just says,
What do if no go?
yeah, the Secret Service knows how to remove trespassers.
I've seen him do it. I've seen a lot of people on Facebook like, oh, I don't know what this country's going to come to. The country's going to stop being on fire for 2 years at least.
It's going to have less fascism. And where I come from, that's a good thing.
I mean, technically speaking, Mitch McConnell is still Senate Majority Leader, so nothing is going to change overall. But
I have no idea why anyone would ever vote for Mitch McConnell.
Neither do I.
He's a nightmare.
But the fires are not going to actively be happening in the country. It's like, okay, so Trump has spent the last 4 years setting the country on fire for the sake of setting the country on fire because, I don't know, he likes the smell. And Biden's not going to be setting the fires, but he's not going to be putting them out, but he's not actively going to be setting them.
I think he'll make an
president.
effort.
I believe he'll be tolerable for the next few years.
It'll be kind of like when I was a kid and there was a fire in my house, and my siblings and I were all running back and forth from the kitchen with glasses of water to douse it out.
Eventually...
On the bright side, that was a small fire. And that tactic can work on very small fires.
It's just going to take a few more years to do that this way because it's a whole country.
So, like, the worst that happened in that situation was that my mom was very upset that we all could have died. But with the country, a lot of people aren't going to die. It's not good. It's bad.
I
I don't like it.
Neither do I.
I don't like when people die generally.
It's not my favorite pastime. It's a weird thing to say it that
like,
way.
there are some people who I think the world would be better off without. But generally, I think it's good when people live happy and healthy lives.
We at Forged by Gaming do not condone the wishing of death upon anyone. That's my view on that. And my view is the company's view. Deal with it.
Although when I was at work the other day, somebody did accuse me of being vindictive for no reason when I was not exactly wishing death upon a certain political figure, but saying that when he is no longer in the world, I will be happy.
Okay. I did make a TikTok the other day saying that Trump does have one thing that I'd be super jealous of. He will have the largest amount of people attending his funeral.
Okay.
They'll all be there to piss on his grave, but still.
I feel like they're gonna need to hang a disco ball over his grave. So many people are gonna want to dance on it.
You know. My cousin responded to my my TikTok and said, "Well, people do love our unisex bathrooms."
That's the only way that makes any sense to me to have a bathroom.
Yeah, right.
Well, I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being weird. Makes the world go round. Or whatever other shape we're celebrating. Hey, look at that! You have the holy water, and you actually have some health.
Well, a while ago I came up with a joke that I thought was pretty good about the world going round.
Yeah.
Hey, see, the world isn't perfectly spherical. It's actually an oblate spheroid that's got a bit wider of a diameter in the southern hemisphere.
Okay.
So it is, in fact, a fat-bottom world that makes all the rockin' girls go around.
I do like that one. That's good stuff.
Yeah, occasionally I can come up with a good one. Like, there's a reason why when people tell me I'm funny, I say, yeah, but looks aren't everything.
That'd be the reason why.
Because I'm usually not very funny. Like I do and say things that make me laugh, but that's usually because I'm being what's technically known in the biz as a little shit and annoying everyone around me.
Yeah. Yeah, that is you to a fucking T.
So much so that I do it accidentally sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's annoying to sit there and try to clean up after you for that. And yeah, I do that. It is annoying.
the other day when I told Montel that Spider-Man is cool, it was just...
Oh, our friend Okay, so we have to get into that whole thing, because, like... Alright, so...
Like, if it was an intentional joke, this would have been, like, the longest setup for the punchline ever, because...
It took you 4 years to get to that punchline. Jesus Christ. So, Dan likes to push everyone's buttons.
Okay.
That's his whole deal. Our friend Montel, who joins me on the live streams so far, that's all he does, is... And, he's just going everywhere, isn't he?
Yeah, this is a tough fight.
And anyway, our friend Montel, mighty thick lad, and Dan worked at the same place at the same time. And they would frequently have conversations about things just nerd related.
Okay. I told him that Doctor Doom is my favorite superhero.
And Montel took exception to that.
Yeah. Eventually, he said, next thing I know, you're going to say Spider-Man's a villain. To which I replied, he kind of is. And Montel took exception to that, too.
Yes, he did.
So much so that he's been bringing it up occasionally when we hang out ever since. Like, it won't be every single time that he and I see each other, but sometimes he'll just make some crack about Spider-Man and start the whole thing all over again.
You'd think that he'd know how you are.
I love you, Wally.
And avoid
but
that.
You gotta stop climbing on me.
You'd think he would know who you are at some point and just avoid that topic altogether because it'd be easier on everyone involved, like me. And in the end of the day, that's the important thing.
I think he secretly has fun with these conversations, too.
I don't think so. I want to believe that's the case, but the way he reacted to the last time you brought up that Spider-Man was okay...
Yeah, so for years we've been having these conversations where, like, part of what I'm saying is my sincere opinion. Like, I do like Doctor Doom, and I think it's really cool and interesting that, like, his goal has been canonically established in Marvel Comics would be one that if you were allowed to do what he wants to do would save the world.
He's not wrong.
Like, there's an issue where an all-knowing Panther God looks into every possible future for the Marvel Universe and tells Doctor Doom that the only Earth free of strife is the one ruled by Doctor Doom.
I could believe that overall. That's a believable thing.
And so it's really fun for me to tell people that Doctor Doom is a superhero. And that if that rat bastard Reed Richards would just get out of his way, the world would be saved.
And Dan's just this side of being not being wrong about that.
Okay.
I only say that because, well, Dan's technically right.
And it's fun to play it up in ways that drive people insane.
Especially Montel, who goes way apeshit about it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you brought up that Peter Parker's, or not Peter Parker, but Spider-Man himself's not so bad.
Yeah, like, after years of these conversations where I'm like, yeah, Doctor Doom's awesome, Spider-Man's kind of a villain. I say, yeah, Spider-Man's cool. All nonchalantly.
And you weren't even thinking about those past conversations.
I was not. I was just like, hey, yeah, I like Spider-Man.
Overall,
I've always liked Spider-Man.
It's just funnier to push people's buttons. And I understand that about you.
I'm just a monster is what I am.
I understand that about you. That's a little brother thing. And you are a little brother. I have a little brother. I get it. You'd think because Montel had a little brother, he would understand it.
Maybe he doesn't expect it from me because I'm older than him.
I expect it from you because I know you.
You see, this is why it would have been helpful for me to have friends when I was a kid. I just hung out with my siblings.
Yeah.
Half of whom are older than me.
Yeah. You spent a good portion of time just pushing their buttons.
Again, like, so much. Like, I have been, like, a total asshole my entire life. Like, there was one time I was talking to Greg. Greg is my older brother, by the way, for people who don't know.
Or haven't watched, like, the oldest
yeah, like
episodes that we have.
12-year-old episodes. And, like...
12-year-old. Jeez.
And my brother said something like witty or clever or something. I don't remember what it was, but
His mistake, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. What I remember that what I said was, "Hey, you're smarter than you look." And he got mad for reasons I pretended not to understand.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Well, you also lost the holy water, so
Yeah.
it's probably good to restart.
So when he got mad at me and started punching me, I was like, "What? It's a compliment."
I mean, if he's gonna take offense, inevitably he was going to anyway.
Yeah. Because it's one of them delightful backhanded compliments.
The ones that you hear about at family gatherings.
Where you're saying something that sounds like it could be nice, but it's really
just a way to be a dick to someone. Just for the sake of being a dick. Anyway. Oh boy.
I do have fun though. And I am glad that I have found some people in my life who tolerate my bullshit. Because that's really the only reason I have friends, I think.
Who are these people?
You, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. That's the way you want to see it. Which, yes, is accurate and true.
You're the Caesar Zeppeli to my Joseph Joestar.
Okay. I don't know why it is you ever think you're the main character in our lives.
Come on. God
Well,
damn
the
it.
controller broke on you again. I guess even the controller disagrees with your belief on us.
You're the Vegeta to my Goku.
Okay.
And to prove that point, you've got a son and a daughter, just like Vegeta. Although your kids aren't named after underwear.
No, they're not. Although, if you
They're
really...
named after mythological figures. That's cool.
Yeah, they are.
Although Jacob's mythological namesake is kind of a jerk.
Yeah. I mean, there's really not much I can do about that.
Yeah, and I don't know as though Fern was thinking of that when she named him.
She
She was probably just thinking, Jacob's a nice name.
I really don't know what was going on in that, because I was not involved, so...
Yeah.
I'm not a deadbeat dad or anything.
You're just
I'm
filling in for one.
Yeah.
You've taken over for a guy who turned out to be a deadbeat dad.
You know, I saw him the other day.
Oh, really? Yeah, I see him every now and then.
And the urge to punch him grew so much. Like, I thought the phrase murder boner was just that, a phrase. I no longer think that that's the case.
I really wish there was chicken in there instead of a heart.
Oh no.
I'm gonna get murdered by Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Fuck you, Frankenstein.
Well, it wasn't even Frankenstein who killed you.
Okay, he was Igor.
Is that what that thing is called? Igor?
Maybe. I think a lot of people call him Igor. It would make sense because he's with Frankenstein.
Well, okay, it's just the monster, but you know.
And I need to stop being bad at this game.
I mean, it's a lot more believable for you to be bad at this game.
Like, this isn't a speedrunning show. People aren't here to see me go through the same level over and over.
The last time we tried a speed run, it was Sonic. And it was amazing. And
okay, I got some good help.
that footage never showed up. If you remember correctly, that's still sitting on your PC.
Yeah.
So
I've got
think,
a lot of footage sitting on my PC that I should fucking edit together into episodes.
and I'm not sure we can use some of it now.
Okay.
Just because, like, one episode brings up the fact that Fern was pregnant, and that was with the miscarriage that we had.
Yeah.
And
So we might not want to put that one up.
yeah,
That'd dredge up unpleasant memories, I'm sure.
And I will cry. And they were like at the beginning of Trump's presidency, like
Yeah.
they're super dated.
Yeah.
Especially when we brought up politics back then. Like,
Yeah. It was an innocent time before we knew how bad things could really get.
I just... My grandma posted, it's a shame what this country is going to turn into, and it's easier for me to avoid talking to my grandmother about politics because she doesn't see the world the way it is.
Yeah.
She sees the world the way she wants to see it.
Yeah,
So
sounds kind of like my uncle who told me that Trump has fast-tracked a vaccine for COVID.
where is this vaccine? Next thing you're going to say that you believe that he's immune to the virus because he had it. There is no evidence that he is immune. No one is immune. Everyone has... People who have gotten it twice do not live well afterward. I mean, except for maybe Charlie Caruso. She's been fine. Gilligan, get down.
I love you, but you're getting in the way, buddy. Ow.
I don't think he caused you to do that, though.
Yeah, he's not on the arm that has those buttons.
Gilligan, get off him.
Jeez, you're tearing up my arm skin, buddy.
The weird thing is, we got his nails clipped recently. Somehow he manages to make his nails worse after we've clipped them.
They're sharpened by the force of his malice.
And I don't get it. That might be the thing. That might be accurate. It's hard to say. So I gotta sit here and pet him to, like, get him to not attack you.
To quell his bloodlust.
The less violent he is toward you, the better life is for you. I almost guarantee that. Ah, anyway.
When I was watching the first couple episodes of Star Trek Picard,
Yeah.
there are scenes of Jean-Luc Picard just hanging out with his dog, and I was thinking, I'd watch 10 episodes of a show that's just this. Like, I would seriously just watch fucking 10 hours of Patrick Stewart hanging out with a dog.
I probably would too. That actually does sound quite appealing.
Number one is a good boy.
You gotta love dogs. I mean, anyone who even says they hate dogs, I don't believe them. What you've told me is not that you hate an animal, but that you are a liar.
And or broken inside.
You're either dead inside or a liar. Either way, we can be friends. You just eventually have to come tell me the truth.
I would recommend you seek therapy, because dogs are objectively wonderful.
They are not my favorite animal, but they are the best household creature you could probably have.
They're pretty great. A lot better than these fucking bone dragons.
And I can imagine bone dragons are not ideal. So let's try to
And wall chicken is
try to kill Frankenstein one more time, but then I'm gonna call it after that
alrighty.
because it is not.
On the bright side, I got
anywhere.
double holy water. I just gotta not get murdered by this bone dragon. And I'll be at
So
Frankenstein again.
even if you succeed, we're calling it. You are not even gonna get to it.
I am terrible at this game.
Jesus Christ, Dan. Jesus Christ could not help you in this game. It is a religion-based game.
Okay.
Alright, well, I guess let's go and end.
You could T-pose for dominance. That would probably help.
Maybe.
Those rosaries kill a lot of stuff.
They do. Alright, I guess thank you for letting us waste your time. This has been a waste of time because he did not get past that third boss.
Who knows? Maybe next time Colton will play some Castlevania and we can see some real skill.
You will see Jack Dick and you will like it. You will see
Well,
nothing.
who doesn't like seeing dicks?
I'm straight, and I've seen enough dick in my lifetime to quell me. Too much porn, and I spent way too much time in showers in the military. So, I'm good.
Sir, thank you for letting us waste your time.
That's my line, you whore. Thank you for letting us waste your time. Enjoy your night. Bye.
I'm real bad.